Good afternoon, students. So, today we are going to learn about the multi-stage amplifier. Okay, so we'll start now. In previous lecture, we have learned about the different types of amplifier: Class A amplifier, Class B amplifier, Class AB amplifier, okay, and Class C amplifier. So, first upon, what is amplifier? So this one is your single amplifier. Okay, so this amplifier, what happens, we supply this input signal to this amplifier and its strength is increased and you will get the output. So what is the function of this amplifier? To increase the strength of the input signal. So here we can see that this has the amplitude less and this has the amplitude high. Okay, so here amplitude is increased, that means the strength of this input signal is increased by this amplifier. Okay, so, and what is the gain? The gain of this amplifier can be written as, so you can write this. So, gain means gain is denoted by A, capital A. A is equals to, this gain is the ratio of your output voltage and input voltage. So, this can be written as VO, that is your output voltage, and divided by VI. VI is your input voltage. Okay, so this gives you the gain of your single stage amplifier. So what is amplifier? Amplifier is used to raise the strength of a weak AC signal. There are amplifiers which amplify AC as well as DC signal. We have to study about only AC signal amplification. So this amplifier has the different gains depending upon, if you have to calculate the current gain, this will be the ratio of output current to the input current. If you have to calculate the voltage gain, this will give you the ratio of output voltage to the input voltage. Similarly, if you have to calculate the power gain, it will give the ratio of output power to the input power. But there is a drawback for this single stage amplifier, is that it do not gives the required strength to the signal. So it amplifies the strength of the signal but not up to that extent which we have to need. Okay, so in order to overcome this amplifiers, we can this drawback, we have to use a multi-stage amplifier. So this is a multi-stage amplifier. Generally we used common emitter amplifiers are there. So if multi-stage amplifier means, here there are three stage amplifiers. First stage is there, second stage, and this one is the third stage. What happens to this first stage? If you supplied this input, this it will generates the output which having the strength greater than this input. So this output will act as a input for the second stage, and again this signal is amplified and it will generate the output. The output of this second stage will act as an input for the third stage and it will generate the output. So this input signal is amplified three times and will generate the output. So here the output of this multi-stage amplifier is three times. Okay, so what is multi-stage amplifier? So in multi-stage amplifier, more than one stage amplifiers are connected one after another. Okay, and while connecting these two amplifiers to each other, there should be a coupling network. This should be coupled with resistance and capacitor combination, or it can be coupled with a transformer coupling, or it can be coupled with a direct, they can also coupled. So depend upon at what kind you have to use it, that will decide the which coupling you are, do you want to use. Okay, so in multi-stage amplifier, one stage is coupled to the next stage and output of the one stage becomes the input for the next stage. Okay, and if these amplifiers are of similar amplifiers are there, both are in a similar, these are known as your cascading. Cascading means if you are using the similar amplifiers in a multi-stage amplifiers, then it is known as the cascading of a amplifiers. Okay, so this is about your multi-stage amplifier. And now there are the important terms which you have to observe in amplifier. These are the gains, its frequency response, and bandwidth. So first we will learn about the gain of a multi-stage amplifier. So this is your nth stage amplifier, multi-stage amplifier. So in which we have used n number of amplifiers are there. This one is the first. Suppose this one is your AC input signal, and this input signal is provided to the first amplifier, and this amplifier will generate the V1 output. Okay, this V1 output will act as the input for the second stage, and it will generate the V2 output. Similarly, this V2 will be the input for the third stage. It will generate the V3 output. Or similarly, for the last stage, Vn minus 1 will be the input and Vo will be the output. Or you can take it as a Vn or Vo. This will be the output. So Vn, Vin or Vs, this is your input, and Vo, this is your output. Okay. So if you find out its gain, a capital A is the gain. For first stage, output will be equals to the amplification factor input to the input signal, or your voltage of the source input signal Vs1. Similarly, for the second stage, its output will be the amplification factor of that second stage into the output of the first stage, that's why V1. Similarly, if you have to find out the output of this stage, this output will be equals to the amplification factor of the nth stage into the voltage of a last one output of the last, means this back of this amplifier, that output will be Vn minus 1. Okay, so if you add these all terms, the overall gain of this multi-stage amplifier will be the product of all these gains. So that is, total gain is equals to amplification factor of the first gain into the amplification factor of the second gain, amplification factor of the third. In this way, if there are nth stages, so if suppose there are 10 stages, then you have to use the a1, a2, a3, a3, a4, a5, a6, a7, a8, a9, a10. Okay, so there are 10 amplification factors of that multi-stage amplifier. So this gain is also known as your absolute gain also. Okay, but in general practice, we have to measure the gain in decibel. So dB, so in terms of dB, this is your logarithmic scale. Okay, so if you take log on both the side, log of AB will be log of A plus B, then in terms of dB the gain will be in terms of addition. Okay, so voltage gain will be if you find out the separately voltage gain, this will be taken as a 20 log to the base 10 output divided by input. If you have to find out the power, it will be 10 log 10 output divided by input. So you will confuse here why here there is a 10 and why there is a 20, because power is equals to your uh, that will be gives you the V square, voltage square. Okay, so if you take the log, this 2 multiplication will be there, and it will be comes out to be a 20. Okay, so this is about your multi-stage amplifier. This is your nth multi-stage amplifier. Remember that absolute gain is a multiplication of its total all stages gain, and if you have to take the in decibel, then there will be the addition of the gains will be there. Okay, so next is the term which is important is the frequency response. Frequency response means if you are providing the input signal with a different frequencies, how this amplifier will respond to the frequencies of that input signal. So that is known as the frequency response. The way in which amplifier responds to the different frequencies of the input signal is known as the frequency response. That means you can say that the variation of voltage gain of amplifier with a single frequency. Okay, or with a frequency, and what is the bandwidth, Means if you observe that if a forest, suppose you have to take the frequency 100 hertz, and you will observe the input and output voltage. If you change the frequency for the 1 kilohertz, then you will measure the frequency output, what is the input voltage and what is the output voltage. That will known as your frequency response. At different frequency, what is the variation in the output and what is the variation in the output with respect to the input voltage. So that is the variation of voltage gain of amplifier with respect to the frequency, that is known as its frequency response. And this frequency response will gives you the bandwidth. That means if you take the frequencies values are in this direction, generally it is in the logarithmic scale, and this direction if you take the gain means output divided by input. What happens in initial frequency range, the gain is very low. That means output divided by input ratio will be very low. So, and as the frequency goes on increasing, the gain is again increases, and in particular frequency range the gain will be constant. In this frequency range the gain is highest. Okay, here it is constant, and after the particular frequency range it starts the decreasing. That means higher frequency ranges, and again it will be becomes minimum. So how we can say that are between certain frequency range the gain is maximum. Okay, so we have to calculate. How we can calculate? We take the 70%, 70.7 exactly. We will take the 70.7% of the maximum gain. Suppose this is your maximum gain is 100, then 70.7 of this starts from here. So at this point, what is the frequency? That is known as your lower cutoff frequency. That is you have taken it is f1, and the maximum then gain is again increases, and then now gain is decreasing. Then for this side, this frequency, for the higher frequency, gain drops to its 70.7% maximum gain. So this is your lower cutoff frequency. Okay, so this this fn is your lower cutoff frequency, and f2 is your higher cutoff frequency, and this range of frequency is known as your bandwidth. Okay, suppose if you take this is this one is your 100 hertz. This is your 100 hertz, means this starts at the 100. Okay, and this frequency range is suppose your suppose 30 kilohertz. Okay, 30 kilohertz. Kilohertz means it is 30,000 30,000 hertz. Okay, and this is your 100 hertz. Between this frequency range, if the it gives the maximum gain. Maximum gain means maximum 70% of this gain starts from this range to this range. So this frequency region is known as your bandwidth. Okay, so frequency range, how will you say that what is bandwidth? Bandwidth means the frequency range from low cutoff frequency to the high cutoff frequency, that is known as the bandwidth. So depend upon your multi-stage amplifier which we have to use. Which bandwidth do you want that multi-stage amplifier you have to use? If you have to use the high frequency bandwidth, then you have to use different amplifier. If you have to use low frequency amplifiers, low bandwidth amplifiers, then you have to use different amplifiers. So these multi-stage amplifiers are these are the multi-stage amplifiers. These multi-stage amplifiers can be categorized or can be term can important terms of these amplifiers are the first is your gain, second is your frequency response, or you can set frequency response and bandwidth. Okay, so this is about your multi-stage amplifier. Now if you have to connect one stage of amplifier, that means here you can say if you have to connect one stage amplifier to the second stage amplifier, here you have to need of coupling. Coupling means connecting one stage, फर्स्ट स्टेज विद द अनदर स्टेज. एक स्टेज को अपने को किसको साथ कनेक्ट करना है? सेकंड स्टेज के साथ कनेक्ट करना है. तो कैसे डायरेक्टली कपल कर सकते हैं अपन? या कुछ रेजिस्टेंस और कैपेसिटर का कॉम्बिनेशन करके उसको कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं, या फिर ट्रांसफार्मर कपलिंग भी यूज कर सकते हैं, मतलब ट्रांसफार्मर कॉइल और इंडक्टिव कॉइल यूज कर सकते हैं अपन. So depend upon this coupling network, okay, the multi-stage amplifier you can classify it into this, or there are three type of coupling network we used. First, we use the combination of resistance and capacitor, that is RC coupled amplifier. If you are using transformer as a coupling network, then it is known as the transformer coupled amplifier. And if you are using without any coupling, directly providing output to a first stage to the input for the second stage, then it is known as the direct coupled amplifier. In that amplifier, there is a no coupling network is used. So important which we have to go to learn is the RC coupled amplifier. These are the widely used amplifier. They have the certain advantages for RC coupled amplifier is that, so they are not so much expensive. In their resistance capacitor components are very cheap as compared to the other component, and its overall amplification is also higher than other coupling networks. Their amplification factor is high as compared to other transformer coupling, or inductive coupling is also there. Another one is there, inductive coupling is also there if you are using inductor in the coupling network. Okay, so let's learn about the what is RC coupled amplifier. In case of RC coupled amplifier, here observe that this one is your first stage, this one is your second stage amplifier. Here this emitter terminal is grounded, that is it is common emitter stage. Okay, so this is the first common emitter amplifier, this is your second common emitter amplifier. So both are connected to each other, this first stage, and this will give you the second stage. Because if you provide input to the common emitter amplifier, it will generate output with a 180-degree phase change. Okay, this is in upward direction, this is in direct downward direction. मतलब ये अपवर्ड में है, ये डाउनवर्ड में है, तो दोनों में फेस चेंज कितना हो गया, 180 का. और फिर से ये दूसरे स्टेज के लिए इनपुट का काम करेगा और ये जनरेट करेगा आउटपुट. बट दिस आउटपुट हैज द large strength as compared to the first stage. So if you are using this amplifier and this amplifier are connected by using this resistance and capacitors, okay, and output is taken across this capacitor. Okay, so if you are using the resistance and capacitor for connecting output of first stage to the input of the second stage, then it is known as your RC coupled amplifier. Okay, so RC coupled amplifier uses resistance and capacitance for coupling between the two stages. Why you have used the capacitor? Capacitor will block the DC component, which are we are only amplifying the AC components. If there are DC component, it will block by the capacitor. Okay, and the basic we amplifier which are used, RC coupled amplifier used in the audio and video amplifiers are there. Okay, with some changes also there. So generally audio video amplifier used your RC coupled amplifier. So these are used to amplify the voltage of the signal. Okay, used to amplify the voltage of the signal in first few stages of the amplifier system. Okay, so means few generally initially we use RC coupled amplifier, and out at the output there will be different amplifiers also there. Okay, so that is known as your compound amplifier, or compounding. Also the cascading means similar amplifiers are used, but in compounding different types of amplifiers are used. Okay, so this is your about your RC coupled amplifier. Okay, it is coupled with input of first stage is coupled with the second stage. Sorry, output of the first stage is coupled with the input of the first stage through our resistance and capacitors. Now, second one is your transformer coupled amplifier. So transformer coupled amplifier means output of the first stage is given to the input of the second stage through this transformer. So it is known as your transformer coupled amplifier. So it it is advantageous in terms of this impedance matching. Okay, so this impedance matching is, if there is impedance matching required is there, then we have to use the transfer, that is a transformer coupled amplifiers are there. And if you have to amplify the very low frequency signal, then we have to use the direct coupled amplifiers. These are the direct couples. Output of this first stage is directly coupled to the input of the second stage. So this is known as your direct coupled amplifiers. And these amplifiers are used to amplify the low frequency signals also there. Okay, so this is about your different type of amplifiers: RC coupled amplifier, transformer coupled amplifier, direct coupled amplifier. And these are about how different, how these are classified according to your coupling used. And these are the important terms in amplifier: gain, frequency response, and bandwidth. Okay, and this is your multi-stage amplifier. So here we'll stop now. So before going to this lecture, first we have to study about the different type of amplifier: class A, class B, class A, B, and C amplifier. uh, First, that video you have to watch, then you have to watch this video. And from the next we'll learn about the what are the operational amplifier, differential amplifier, that we are going to learn in the next video lecture. Thank you.